Okay, guys, because this was so popular and actually a couple of people messaged me about this, I decided to do a video, a really quick video on this. So I'm going to do a quick breakdown on how you can write an email to a potential collaborator, a partner, someone you want to work with, and hopefully get a 90% reply rate. So I would say that most of my emails, the response rates are pretty high. Whether it's a yes or a no, usually the person does get back to me, but I would say that I tend towards more of the yes side. I just really wanted to show you the email that I wrote to Jen Im of Clothes Encounter and how I got a yes from her. So I'm just going to open it up. I dug through this email. It was written in 2014. So first up, subject line, very, very direct, very, very short, and it's also very to the point. It's a partnership opportunity with the brand name in Singapore. So there are a couple of keywords here, right? It's partnership opportunity. It's the brand name Pomelo Fashion as well as Singapore. You have to bear in mind that Jen was probably, she'd never heard of Pomelo Fashion before. I also knew that during that time, she already had a couple of partnerships in Singapore, which were pretty frequent. And I felt that word might actually catch her attention since she had worked with a couple of brands that are already in Singapore. Moving forward, this is the little image that I created, right? So you can see, I've followed Jen for a while, and with regards to her style, no, these are not outfits that she bought from us. I basically looked at outfits that she posted on Instagram and I realized that Pomelo had a lot of similar styles. For example, like this mesh skirt, even the shoes match her, the prints of her pants, this top dress really, really reminded me of particular styles that she had worn previously. So what I did was that I put together a little image just to show her, like, hey, our style really matches. And so it's like I said, Pomelo loves Janin. It was just a really simple image. And then I'm just gonna go down to the message, right? The message here is, Dear Jen, hope you're having a lovely week. Happy belated birthday, sending lots of positive vibes, and we hope you've enjoyed your birthday week so far. So a couple of things here I really hope that you guys pay attention to is that I was already following Jen. I knew that it was her birthday. And I didn't specifically write this email just to wish her happy birthday. I actually wished I had written that email the week of her birthday. But basically, number one, identify and research who you'll be writing this email to. The more research you do, the better. Go look them up on Instagram, go look them up on LinkedIn, go look them up on Facebook, just see what's going on with their lives. And if you can open your email or your message, this could be a LinkedIn message, if you can open with something that is really relevant to them, I think that'd be so much better because it would show that you've taken the time to craft this email, you know who they are, and they matter to you. So really make it personalized. Get to know this person. Already, you can see that from the images that I've put together for Jen and also that I wished her happy belated birthday, she'll be able to tell that I already did my homework. I'm not just writing a generic email to her, I'm writing it to Jen herself, right? And then my second paragraph, it's really, I'm going straight to the point. I'm reaching out to you on behalf of Pomelo Fashion. I put a URL there, Asia's upcoming destination for a curated selection of fashion from Korea. And here, in my head, I'm already thinking, I know of Jen's Korean descent. I'm hoping that the fact that the fashion comes from Korea is very, very important. It sort of builds this sort of bridge between Pomelo and Jen because of the shared heritage. And so I say Pomelo is currently based in Bangkok, but all items are manufactured and designed in Korea. Again, throwing the Korean word out there. It is set to launch in Singapore by the end of the year, and we would love to fly you here to headline the Singapore launch. And so I really, you don't see it now, but I spent a lot of time refining this email because you also want to make sure that your email is not too long. You're not throwing a bunch of words in there that are very hard to read. Something I've noticed a lot is people like to write like, I think that, or, it would be the, but honestly, just write your sentences to the point. Don't pepper it with so many phrases that you might use in a conversation. So you can see it's really direct. And then I've also followed up with, in the next couple of weeks, Pomelo will launch a new line. The line is young, fresh, and pays close attention to trends and fast fashion. The team is constantly inspired by your style, and we believe you'd be the ultimate influencer to represent PMLO. We are extremely interested to have you on board as the first official ambassador and to headline our launch in Singapore. So you can see here already, I know Jen's style. She was young, fresh, she's very aware of trends and fast fashion. And it doesn't hurt that in your second or third paragraph, throw in some compliments to the person that you're writing to. If you know they're writing a book, maybe you found like the first chapter of the book that they put out somewhere, give them your feedback, give them some feedback. Something that has always helped for me is that if I'm writing to someone who I know and I visit their website and I find, let's say, like a typo or like a broken link, that actually is something that I love using. I love writing to someone and being like, hey, I love your website, but I realized that, on this page here, there's a broken link or there's like a typo. You should that I'm hoping that I can point this out to you and you can fix this up immediately. Like, you are offering value to that person, no matter what value it is. Just find a way where you can bring value to that person for free and you're not asking for anything back, right? And so I know, that Jen probably received a lot of emails. I really keep it to the point. I throw in as much detail as I can. And so I mentioned, with regard to logistics and budget, we would love to sponsor your flight and your accommodation. And I even put in the time frame that we are looking at. I don't even know if she can make it, but I'm just putting the information in there. I'm making this, packed with information just so she can read this. She can know like the boundaries of the project and she can decide yes or no. Right? We are looking at the first 2 weeks of November and will of course factor in a fee for your time as well. Okay, so we think you'll love Pomelo's style and really enjoy this project. It's very, very personal. Plus, it doesn't hurt that both you and the company have Korean roots. Again, I've thrown the Korean roots in there. I'm playing to that in a good way. And if this opportunity piques your interest and fits your schedule, would be fantastic to have you on board. We would be happy to provide more details, discuss terms, or answer any questions you might have. I find this sentence a bit long. I would, on hindsight, reduce this just a bit more. And then my last paragraph, lastly, as a birthday gift, again, I'm always trying to find ways to add value to people for free. I did get my clients sign off for this, but as a birthday gift, we'd love to send you a package of Pomelo items. So this is, even if she says no to the partnership, she's still going to get a package of free items, right? So feel free to browse the site, pick your 5 favorite items, email us your list, and we'll send them your way as soon as possible. I don't even mention having to have her wear it and mention us, because honestly, it would be a really big win if she already comes for our event and giving her these free clothes as cherry on top. I don't like, asking for too much here. You can see that I'm not really asking her for much. I just ask her for her interest. I'm not asking her to like wear our clothes and post it on Instagram. I really just want to give as much value as possible in my first email. And then I end off with, we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you, Jen, and have a great week ahead. I really love peppering in the start and ends with like phrases that are a bit more human. I realized in a lot of emails that people don't usually do that. It's a bit curt, and I like to err on the side of being a bit more personalized and a bit more friendly. I would say, usually after I've written an email, I would go through it and make sure that I don't have too many exclamation marks, because I tend to come across as a bit too excited. So I would have changed this first exclamation mark here into a period. And would have left this in, but yeah, I also enjoy throwing in a few emojis right now in my emails, because emojis have been shown to add a bit more personality, a bit more vibe to it. It just makes it sound a lot more friendlier. So if you're writing an email to someone, like an influencer, I would say throwing in emojis wouldn't hurt. But if it is a partnership or a collaboration with like a brand and you're writing to like a manager or a director, I would definitely pay attention to the specifics of the brand. Like if I'm writing to a brand that's got a bit of a more friendly personal vibe, like Glossier, I would definitely throw in emojis there. But if I'm writing to a more well-established brand and you can see in their brand communications that they're a bit more formal, then I wouldn't do that. So my tone of voice in any email that I write really, really changes according to who I'm writing to, the company they're working for. So this is just one example. Be helpful, provide as much value as possible, and don't be desperate. Like, I'm hoping that as you read this, You don't sense any desperation in this email. Just don't be overexcitable. People really want to hear from regular human beings. They don't want you to try sucking up to them. I just try to write to them like I'm writing to a friend. And so if you see here, I wrote this email on the 25th, and what goes on to happen is that on the 29th, which is 5 days later, I usually set a 3 to 5 day rule for myself. If someone doesn't respond to me between 3 to 5 days, I set a reminder to send a follow-up email. And so I sent Jen a follow-up email and I'm like, hey Jen, hope you're having a great weekend and enjoy your birthday celebrations. Probably within the 5 days that, she didn't respond, I was following her on Instagram, I was having a look at what was going on. And, I also threw in the birthday thing again because if she does read this email, she'll be like, they're aware that it's my birthday, so that's why I'm maybe slow to respond. Also makes it very personalized. And then I'm like, we wanted to follow up with our previous email and are still very keen to work with you as a PMLO ambassador. We'd love to hear from you. Please let us know if you have any comments or questions. Thank you. It's very short and sweet because she already has the previous email that she can refer to. I really do my best to not sound desperate here. Keep it very, very to the point. Just so, if she's opening this email on her phone and she sees it, it's very short and sweet. Right? So I always think of all these scenarios. Like I'm just wondering, like, are they opening my email on their desktop or are they opening it on their phone? I always put myself in the person's shoes, and that's how I usually write my emails. I really craft it to be very personalized to whoever I'm sending to. And so, don't be afraid to follow up. There's nothing wrong with following up. They could have been busy, they could have missed your email. It really is a thing. Always write a very short follow up like this. And then, so that was the 29th, and I think 3 days later, she responds. And so you can see, hey guys, thanks for reaching out. Appreciate the belated birthday wish. And I'd love to pick up a few items. Here are my favorites. So she literally spent the time going through it, gave us the items that she was interested in. And then she says, as for the Singapore trip, I won't be able to attend the launch. I'm heading to Singapore for a business trip already, then Thailand. Such poor timing. I'm open to heading back. And I am relentless. So if you see here, I've already arranged the items to be sent her way. I then already followed up with the Pomelo team. Like I responded to her in the same day within 24 hours. We've already had a discussion with the Pomelo team and we have a suggestion. So, really keen on working things out. You can tell I'm keeping it very friendly. It's not too professional. Yeah, we managed to work something out and meet Jen in Singapore. So again, I just want to share with you guys that, keep things personal, keep things friendly, don't be desperate. Write to them like they're a real person, put yourself in their shoes. And lastly, most important thing is always personalize. Know who you're writing the email to and make them feel special. Like, wouldn't you want to feel special? I love this process because it feels like I'm wooing someone. Like I'm wooing someone for a win-win situation. Like I always am thinking to myself, what is the best win-win situation? Like both parties have to win. You get something and I get something, but I don't like doing it in a sleazy manner. I also don't like writing emails to people who I don't believe I have synergy with. So that also already makes it very authentic. And I know that any email that I write, I am writing it to someone who I feel has similar values to me and whom I'm very, very interested in working with. So yeah, guys, I hope this helped you. If you have any comments, leave a comment down below. This is a very different video because there's no like direct video input from me, but yeah, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, or hit the notification button, and I'll see you guys in my next video. So bye.